In today's day and age, where you can literally learn filmmaking for free, there are still those who would prefer to go to film school. And not only just go to film school, but a percentage of those want to go to accredited film school. So this episode, I'm going to design an ideal filmmaking course program. Welcome, story lovers, to the Story Dude Show with your host, Jared Dean Winchester, bringing you a new set of episodes for the month of August 2021. So let's get right into it. There are still guys, or there are still students who would prefer to learn filmmaking the old-fashioned way, by going to a film school, having hands-on experience, and by learning the craft from a teacher in a classroom. But a lot of the filmmaking structure is, in my opinion, flawed. Here's why. The basics are taught: directing, producing, cinematography, and screenwriting, which is fine for the most part. Like if you just want to get the basics down, fine. You can also do this online for free, or by watching YouTube videos for free about the concepts of filmmaking, visual storytelling, and screenwriting, and how to compose a shot, and producing, what's involved in producing, the business of producing. But when it comes to the ideal filmmaking course, I believe the following elements, or rather the following units in a filmmaking degree or a filmmaking course are vital. And when I say vital, I mean the core subjects. Anything else is extra. So, what, might you ask, are these core units? On top of cinematography, screenwriting, directing, and producing, we will also have, or rather, in my opinion, there are two specific core units that matter. One is problem solving, because in problem solving, you get to solve the problems in your movie or in your screenplay. Problem solving is especially important in writing screenplays. It will help the student to solve problems that are being pointed out in their story, like plot holes, characters, and production value, whatever. However, problem solving is also a key element in filmmaking as well. When a student makes a choice and calls it art, but the others don't see it that way, that is a problem. And in order for the film to be successful, that student or filmmaker needs to be able to solve the problem. The second is project management. In project management, because you will be involved in a production, then project management comes in handy. If you are a filmmaker the sole producer or a director of a film production set or a production. Nonetheless, project management is key because it will help the producer or the filmmaker be on track. Now, there are project managing software for filmmakers that allow for all upline production crew, like producers, assistant directors, and directors, to keep track of the crew, to send out call sheets and other materials to keep track of the production and make sure the production is on schedule and not over budget. The project management course can be a bonus. Now, there is a third optional unit, which is an elective, and that is philosophy and ethics. If you think about a film, what it is basically you are using film to make a point, and the story structure of a film are basically your arguments. Now, this can be beneficial if you have a message, a strong message in a film to show your audience. Think of it as a college essay, where you have the thesis, which is actually the theme of your film, or the message in a film, and you're trying to convince the audience that this is the right message for the movie, and also your message is true, why it's true, and why it needs to resonate in the audience, and why the audience needs to believe in it. So that pretty much covers it. Any other elements or any other units in the filmmaking course are secondary. So there you have it. I believe on top of producing, directing, screenwriting, and cinematography, I would recommend, on top of that, problem solving and project management to be added. Now, depending on the film school and the values that the film school carries, philosophy and ethics may not be the right choice, or the film school may not offer philosophy and ethics. But it is a good thing to have, because critical thinking leads to critical analysis of a film, because there are lots of critics out there, and as you know, I'm the type of guy who calls out bad critics. I don't have a problem with critics in general, but bad critics are bad for business. They stifle creativity. They do not allow directors or filmmakers or any other creative professional room to breathe. They constantly put them down. So, my core units for filmmaking, the ideal course for filmmaking, with these core units: directing, cinematography, screenwriting, producing, project management, and problem solving. Now, math can be thrown in the mix, but you have to make sure that this math is simple enough, not too complicated, not algebraic sort of thing that leads to engineering stuff. But this math should be relevant enough so that the student or the cinematographer can calculate difference like f-stops and depth of field and exposure, that kind of stuff. So, unfortunately, a lot of film schools, when they tag on all these other units, they don't really tell us the relevance, because I spoke about, in a previous episode, I spoke about selecting the right film school. This episode is about the ideal film course or the film degree with the right mix of units. So with that being said, this is Jared Dean Winchester, also known as the Story Dude. Please like, comment, and subscribe, because I post anywhere between 2 to 3 episodes per month of the Story Dude show, so be sure to check them all out. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you around for a new installment of the Story Dude show.